Hi, my name is Paul Smith, and I'm running for the nomination for the Conservative Party in the riding of Northumberland-Peterborough South. My young life, I have very fond memory from my early years. I grew up in a town of 1,200 people where my father was the mayor. And so I learned at his elbow the value of public service and of community spirit. And it starts by listening and by helping and by leading by inspiration and by leading by example. That's what I retained from my father and my mother, who in her own right was a force in the community. If I can be half the people they were, then I'll have to run a good life. My working background has been very diverse. I've worked on Parliament Hill for about 8 years. I worked in the Prime Minister's office during that time. I then went on to finish my education and then started a business. We went from 18 employees to 150. We won the Best Workplace Award, one of the few that are offered in Canada. And then I was appointed to the board of Via Rail 8 years ago, and during that time was then elevated to the position of chair. That's why I feel I'm ready to serve. I know my way around Ottawa, and I know that I would hit the ground running. I believe in the values of the Conservative Party and in building safe and resilient communities for our children and for their children. There's a very vibrant economy in this riding that needs to continue to be, it's a continuous work in progress. There's the agriculture business, the manufacturing industry, and the tourism industry. I'd love to be able to work with others who have been working at this tirelessly for years to continue to attract investment that will create jobs and find a place for our young people to want to live here and raise their families. That's what's important to me. I learned from my father, mayor of our town, of the 3 most important things in being a public servant: listen, listen, and listen, and then act. Well, I have a wonderful family, and politics is a family business. I wouldn't dream of doing this without my beautiful wife, Jillian, at my side, and my children. So Jillian, to begin with, is a tireless worker and volunteer in many endeavors in the community. She's had much success on her own, and I'm very happy, proud, and honored to have her by my side. Jillian and I share 3 wonderful children: Arnaud, who will be going to Queen's this fall, and of course, Aurélie and Clementine, our beautiful twins, who were born Christmas Day, 2012. The most wonderful Christmas present any parent could ever hope for. Just the other day, we were touring around, visiting the places where Jillian's grandmother and great aunt lived, and we happened upon a place where Bertha Fisher lived. We were going to take a photo, but instead the owners invited us in very warmly, and we had a wonderful time. They invited us in, they showed us around, they gave us a sense of the history of the place, and that is the spirit of the people who live in those wonderful communities. I'd love a chance to meet with you. My contact information is on my website, votepaulsmith.ca. Thanks for listening. I hope I have your support.